Well, it's the Friday before the 4th. What is today? I guess today's the 3rd, so tomorrow's the 4th. And not a lot going on. Thought I'd give you a little update on Girly. I said Girly, I meant Red. Dang. So Red's the stray that, you know, we got last year, and she was starving to death, but she's doing much better now. I mean, she's out underneath the truck just sleeping the heat away. But she really struggles with these fireworks. Boy, she just, it's terrible. And the neighbor's been shooting the fireworks off for the last week, but until about 10 o'clock. So it wakes me up. But the thing is only the really loud ones wake me up. I wear earplugs, so the softer ones not so bad. But she can't hardly stand them. So we read that you can give a dog melatonin. So we gave her melatonin last night, and she passed out. She was in good shape. I mean, she would wake up with the booms, but she wouldn't get all excited. She'd just go right back to sleep. So we're going to do that tonight until the fireworks end. And but same thing with the thunder. She really struggles with the thunder. But that's okay. I mean, we took her in. That's what we wanted to do, and she's got a lot of stress. I'm not even sure she likes us that much. I think she just sees us as a food source, and she's not going to go. Now, I take that back. I think she likes Carolyn a lot. But of course, Carolyn feeds her, so that might have something to do with it. But I don't know. Yeah, she likes just laying outside underneath the truck all day. She's not really like a pet. But that's okay. The thing is when Girly was here, before she died, Girly stayed outside all day, and Red stayed inside. You know, I guess they didn't, although they needed each other to survive, I'm not sure they entirely liked each other. So, but then when Girly died, Red just came out here and kind of took over the outside. But that's okay. She's pretty consistent about coming in the evening time to get fed. She knows when it's time to get fed, so she'll come in. And it's a chore trying to get her to eat. You know, she wants the treats. And she knows that she's supposed to eat before she gets the treats, but she'll sit there and beg and pester. So, you know, of course, we just give her a treat, so she'll leave us alone. I don't know, she'll have 4 or 5 of those, and then she'll finally sit down and eat. And then she'll need another treat and comes outside. So, yeah, at least she's got us trained good. So, like I said, not a lot going on today. I got a chainsaw. Well, let's see. A guy called me last night, said he was going to bring a chainsaw in at 7 o'clock. Wanted me to give him a price over the phone. I said, well, you know, you bring it in, I'll give you a free diagnostic. And you can decide at that point. Well, he said, okay, I'll be out there at 7. Well, he didn't show up. And I thought, well, he didn't like the free diagnostic thing. He just wanted the price, which I just can't do. I just can't give him a price because, you know, there might be something else wrong. So, so I had the 2 lawnmowers here that I was really worried about the guy stressing about the price. But he didn't even flinch. I mean, I guess he just, you know, he got here and said, well, these things will last me the rest of my life. So, I mean, he seemed okay. I just really figured he would stress. I mean, it was a lot of money for 2 old mowers. But I guess, if you really think about it, if you needed 2 mowers, I don't know if you need 2 mowers. I know he abuses the one. He specifically said that the cheaper model, the yard machine, he runs that through the rocks and stuff, so he knows he's tearing that one up. And then the John Deere actually needed quite a bit more work. The yard machine was in fairly good shape. Actually, it didn't need anything, just new blades. But he wanted all the belts changed, so that's fine. So I changed all the belts, which the drive belts are so expensive. I told you that story, and every time I say OEM, oh my gosh, what are you doing that? You're just price gouging people. Although I use aftermarket almost everything else. The one time I really think we need to use OEM. Oh, you shouldn't do that. But Then you use aftermarket. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You can't win for losing. So so that one wasn't so bad. I mean, it was still pricey because of those two belts, but really, I mean, it just didn't need anything except blades. It needed the deck welded. He did ask for that, so there was the welding of the deck. And then the frame was bent, so I charged him for that too, because I couldn't get the belt off with the frame being bent. So I had to take the wheel off and get in there and straighten that up. But all in all, it wasn't terrible. If you could have gotten the belts for an aftermarket price, you would have been in pretty good shape with that mower. And then the John Deere, though, it just needs so much work. I mean, the deck was the wrong deck, so I had to make sure that all the components were the correct for the L111 John Deere. Otherwise, you order blades and they wouldn't have fit. You'd ordered L111 blades, and it had three holes in the center, but it was trying to match up to a star pattern because it was just the wrong deck. But it needed a spindle, so that wasn't a huge issue. It wasn't like I was converting the deck over to an L111 unjustified. It needed spindles, so I replaced spindles. But then the problem was it didn't need blades. But in order to do this, I had to buy blades. So, I mean, the blades were like 25 bucks, so that's not terrible. But all the belts were shot on that. It was so bad it wouldn't climb a hill. So I dropped the deck, looked at the drive belt, and the fan blade was broke. All the blades were broken off of it. So now it hasn't been cooling correctly. So I asked him if he wanted me to replace the fan. He said, yeah. Well, in order to do that, you have to spend $45 on oil, because you got to get that hydrostatic oil. I mean, you could go to Walmart and get the cheaper stuff, but it's just better to get the hydrostatic stuff. And the reason I say that is because the transmission is so expensive. It's almost as much as a new engine. So you want to make sure you do it right. And the other thing is it's just so hard to get on and off. You know, you got to raise the front end, then you got to lower the front end, raise the back end, and so I mean it's 2 hours worth of work. It's not hard to do. It's just a lot of work. So anyway, I changed the transmission fluid, and it just seemed like just the prices kept racking up and racking up. It needed welded. He didn't know that, but I had to weld it. I'm trying to think what else was there. Just the belts and the... Well, it was just transmission. Well, anyway, but now it climbs the steepest hills. My John Deere is only 4 or 5 years. Let's see, it's I guess it's 5 years old. And the belts are worn enough on it now. It struggles on some of these bigger hills. It'll climb them. It just, you can tell that the belt is slipping some. So I'm going to change transmission fluid on it this winter and change the belt. So, you know, just because I should. You're supposed to change it on the first change after 50 hours. Here's the thing. You're supposed to use 20 W50 hydrostatic oil in the transmission. But when you buy it, it doesn't have that in there. It has just regular 10W30 oil in it. And so it breaks down a lot quicker because of the heat. So anyway, you're supposed to change it after 50 hours. But that really doesn't say that anywhere. The manual says every 200 hours. The thing is it's not a serviceable lawnmower or transmission. There's no drain plug. You got to take the transmission off just like the L111. Pop a fill tube. So it's got to fill. I don't understand that, but you can fill it. You turn it over, drain all the oil out of that fill tube. Of course, they got magnets that pick out the metal. And then you fill it back up with 2.5 quarts of that. But that oil is $15 a quart. So, I mean, it's pricey compared to oil. But in the end, 45 bucks for an oil change and transmission, I don't know. It just doesn't seem that bad. Well, it's 40. I say 45 bucks. It's 2.5 quarts is what it is. So, but I'm going to do it on mine. I mean, if it wasn't so hot, and you know, the thing is if I got started on a project right now, I was going to say I could do it now, but if I got started on that project now, you know somebody would come in with a big project that I'd have to pull that out without a transmission in it. It only takes about 2 hours to do, kind of, sort of. I mean, you got to drop the deck. It's just easier to drop the deck. Get it completely out of there. Of course, I guess if I did it, no, I was going to change the belt too. So no, I would have to drop the belt, the deck, and lift the front end, the back end. You know, you'd have to do the whole thing. But anyway, like I said, he seemed very happy about it. So I'm hoping that my new warranty, see, I send out a warranty statement now. Actually, it's called a shop policy, but my warranty statement's in it also. And I say, as is for any equipment over 10 years old, I'm not warranting it at all. Everything else, 15 days on parts, but not necessarily labor. Unless I find that I did something wrong, put something on wrong, I'm not going to warranty labor. So it's just parts. If there's damage, you know, you damaged it, ran into a rock or something, I'm not warranting that, which I was having a warranty before. And what else was it? No commercial. Gas, bad gas, and not warranting that. I would like to change it, and I'm kind of thinking about changing it to carburation. Anything in the fuel system is not warranted. Because, you know, people dump water and water gas in there. I mean, look at this. This is what came in this chainsaw. That's down there at the bottom, water. This is 2-cycle gas oil mix and water. Engines don't run with water. It's heavier than the gas, so it settles at the bottom right where the pickup is. He said it would run. I don't know how he got it to run. I mean, it does run. It'll run for a second and dies. But that's with good gas in it now. So, I don't know. Well, it's getting late in the day and it's holiday season or weekend, so I'm going to jump off of here. So if you'll click this up, next box, take the video over to my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So if I can inspire you, I don't know, come up with your warranty policy so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.